The useless arms and the psychological toll. Ah, the arms. The punchline of every dinosaur joke. The subject of countless memes. You look at a T-Rex and you see a mountain of muscle, a jaw that could crush a car, and then two pathetic little stubs hanging off its body like an afterthought. It's almost insulting. What's the point? Were they for scratching an itch? Maybe a quick, awkward embrace with another T-Rex? Get out of here with that nonsense. These aren't just useless appendages. They're an evolutionary troll job of the highest order. Imagine being the most powerful predator on the planet, capable of ripping a creature in half with a single bite, but you can't reach your own face. You can't even scratch that nagging itch on your snout. It's like being given a Ferrari with no steering wheel, $1 million home with no doors. It's a cruel, cosmic joke designed to torment the most fearsome creature in history. The psychological toll must have been unbearable. Think about it, a T-Rex, fresh from a kill, covered in blood and guts, maybe a little bit of gunk stuck in its teeth. It can't use its hands to clean its face. It's got to shake its massive head around like a wet dog, or rub it against a tree, hoping to dislodge the grime. The frustration, the indignity. I mean, what kind of sadistic universe designs a creature with the ultimate power, but absolutely zero grace? It's not just about the lack of utility, it's the existential dread. What if something gets caught in your eye? A piece of bone, a splinter? Something truly annoying. You just have to deal with it. Blinking and twitching. A 7-ton toddler in a state of perpetual irritation. The T-Rex wasn't just a predator. It was a magnificent, miserable beast, constantly on the verge of a tantrum because it couldn't do the simplest, most basic tasks. We look at it and see a symbol of strength and dominance. I look at it and see a creature desperately trying to swat a mosquito on its nose, failing miserably, and then roaring in pure, helpless rage. They say it was the apex predator, but really, it was just the most pathetic. The stumble of the apex predator. Let's get into the manic, fever dream physics of this thing. Forget Hollywood. Forget the sleek, terrifying hunter. I'm talking about the pure, unhinged mechanics of a 7-ton meat missile trying to navigate a world full of obstacles. The most terrifying thing about a T-Rex wasn't its speed. It was its complete and utter lack of agility. Biomechanists have run the numbers, and the answer is pure, unadulterated body horror. A T-Rex, moving at anything more than a brisk walk, was a catastrophic event waiting to happen. The inertia, the sheer momentum of that much weight moving forward. It's a terrifying concept. Think of it like this. Your body has an internal GPS, a series of sensors in your joints and muscles that tells your brain exactly where you are in space. Now imagine being a T-Rex. That system is screaming at you, a perpetual, deafening alarm, warning you that one wrong step will result in a faceplant of epic, bone-shattering proportions. The slightest incline, the smallest hole in the ground, and you are done. There is no recovery, no putting your hands out to break the fall. It's a straight shot to a broken neck, or worse, a leg snapped under the insane weight of your own body. This is the psychological torment of the T-Rex. They were the kings of their domain, but they lived in a constant state of mortal terror of their own bodies. Every chase, every sudden movement was a high-stakes gamble. They didn't need to outrun the T-Rex. They just needed to lead it on a chase over rough terrain. They just needed to find a slightly slippery slope, a rocky patch, a small gully, and the T-Rex would do the rest of the work for them. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, except the train is a giant reptile and the passengers are its own bones, destined to snap under the brutal laws of physics. They didn't have the grace of a cheetah or the stamina of a wolf. They had power, yes, but that power was a volatile, untamed beast, constantly threatening to turn on its master. The T-Rex wasn't just a hunter, it was a perpetual victim of its own magnificent, horrifying design. Its very existence was a paradox, a walking contradiction of strength and fragility. The ultimate hunter was, in fact, always one step away from becoming a very large and very pathetic casualty of a clumsy fall. The most dangerous thing in the T-Rex's world was the T-Rex itself. The body horror of a broken femur. Let's end with a morbid, gruesome, and totally unhinged thought experiment. Imagine you're a T-Rex again. You're running, or rather, power walking at a high velocity after a juicy Edmontosaurus. You're feeling good. The ground is flat, and you're closing in for the kill. And then, it happens. A subtle shift in the earth, a hidden divot, and your 7 tons of weight, your entire mass, shifts unexpectedly. The momentum, the inertia, it all slams into one of your legs. Specifically, your femur. It's a thick, strong bone, but it has its limits. The sheer torque, the insane pressure, all of it concentrated on that single point. The bone doesn't just snap, it explodes. The pressure is so immense, the force so immediate, that the bone shatters into 1,000 pieces. A violent, grotesque biological implosion. This isn't a clean break, it's a catastrophic failure of the entire limb. A sound like a cannon shot rings through the air, and then a primal, terrifying silence. Your leg is a mangled, fleshy ruin, the shards of bone tearing through muscle and skin, leaving a jagged, gaping well. Now, you are the apex predator, but you're also a 7-ton piece of meat, now grounded and incapacitated. You're in a world where every other predator, from a pack of agile raptors to a scavenging ankylosaurus, sees you as a future meal. The pain is unimaginable. The shock is total. Your body is screaming, not with fury, but with a new, horrifying realization. You are utterly helpless. You can't move. You can't fight back. You're just a giant, screaming buffet. Your death won't be from another predator, but from the slow, agonizing process of starvation, or a fever, or a pack of smaller, smarter creatures feasting on you while you're still alive. The ultimate predator, reduced to a screaming, twitching wreck, all because of one bad step. It's not a heroic death. It's a humiliating one. A death by its own design. A grotesque testament to the fragile nature of power. So, could a T-Rex run? Yeah, maybe for a few seconds. But the real question is, could it afford to? And the answer, my friends, is a resounding and terrifying no. That's it for today. I've got more freaky evolution videos coming, so smash that subscribe button and stay weird.